How's everyone doing today? Figured I'd go live a little earlier today, kind of see how everybody's doing. So, it's pretty early for me to do it live. Uh, my wife's been at church camp all week, so uh, we've been busy every night this week. So tonight will be the first night that we can actually, see each other. Hey, KW, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Hope you're having a good day. Been making baits and lures all week, which is good because I was starting to run behind, so that's awesome. That's never a bad thing. I tore a muscle in my back yesterday pretty bad, so I haven't been able to do much today. But still I'm trying to do as much as I can. Labeled a bunch of bottles. Hey Scab, how you doing? Yeah, I'm on early today. uh, my wife's been at church camp all week, and it's just a day camp, so she comes home every night. But we've been busy all week, so this will be the first time we can actually, have dinner and stuff tonight. So I haven't got to see my daughter all week. So figured I'd go on a little earlier today, see how everybody's doing before they get home. Got pulled under a log when we were kayaking. Can't remember this one. That's not good. Hey Tyler, how you doing? Appreciate everybody coming in today. Hope everybody's having a great week. Yeah, I was mixing up a big tub of bait yesterday and went to pick it up and my back said nope. I tore a muscle in my back and it's the same spot that it always happens. It hasn't happened in a while, but it just makes it hard to do anything. Char's birthday's tomorrow. Well, happy birthday. But you have a teenager. I don't. Mine's only 2. Hey Judith and Dan, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. 14. Yeah. Time goes by fast, period. The older you get, the quicker it goes. People always told me that, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And yeah, time now it's ridiculous. It's just, the day goes by so quick. That's good. Glad you're doing good. So what's everybody been up to today? Starting to get the everything back stocked up, so I got the website all updated. Too hot to do much. Yeah, I've been trying to get out earlier in the morning and do stuff out in the shop and whatnot, and then come inside during the day and do what I need to in here. I was doing pretty good every day until I pulled the muscle in my back yesterday, and that slowed me down a lot. Grocery shopping, otherwise trying to stay out of the rain. We need some rain. That's good, AKW. How much land do you cover when you're deer hunting?
Engine. John County Current Ambulance Station 2, wire fire, standby for town installed, Business Lodge. John County Current Ambulance Station 2, wire fire, anything up to Business Lodge 21140, US Highway 71 will be installed, 10 out 13.
Just got a call. You have 39 acres. Permission 150. That's awesome. $250. Ain't nothing wrong with that. More land's always good. Gives you good options. I ain't had a vehicle all week either, so haven't been able to go to any calls. Sounds like a helicopter's happening. It's just rain. Yeah, we need some rain. It's super, super dry outside. We've had one rain of probably half an inch in the last 2 months, probably. It's been pretty bad. And when it rained, it poured, but it was only for like 20 minutes. Yeah, we've had
Fire copy town.
quite a few calls this week that they had a vehicle to be able to go to any of them. Except for that one Monday night.
Copy now, 1720.
So AKW, you said you're putting out more cameras today? And yeah, with the heat we've been getting, I'm really nervous for August to see what the heat is in August. Because we've been over 100 here, way more than we've ever been in 1 year. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Say, you walk on the grass and it's crunchy. Been that way for like 3 or 4 weeks. It's pretty bad. That rain we did get, it didn't take but a couple hours to dry it up. And that was a week ago at least, or yeah, week and a half ago maybe. I know our garden sure could use some nice weather and some shade. The heat and sunlight's killing it. Some of the stuff's doing pretty good, but some of it's not doing as well as I would hope it would. But I said I made a bunch of baits and lures yesterday, made some today. Even with my back being all screwed up. There it goes. Scab, all that, the weather app stuff is hard to judge because, uh, even like here at our house, we can go 2 miles away and the temperature will be different, the rain will be different, like all kinds of stuff will be different. So like wherever their rain gauge is for your area, I mean they might have only got that much rain. Scab, you getting anything done for trapping season yet? Any of your traps ready or anything like that?
Get some of us that can handle that call. Also notified W2 that we need his services at 10.0 southbound. We have had a mechanical failure.
It's not good. I know it's been way too hot here to do anything, but I'm hoping to get some more traps before season, and then I'm just gonna get all my traps ready at once. It's gonna rain every day. You just bring all your stuff inside and do it. I don't think your wife would mind if you were boiling your traps in the living room. Just throw them up on the stove. She might even think you're cooking dinner. I'm working on a setting device for the 850s. Awesome. You first. My wife doesn't care what I do. She says as long as it don't stink too bad. That's at my old outdoor store that I had. Me and my brother would do our traps in the store. We did all our traps in the store. A lot nicer. I don't know if all my dog proofs need anything. I think a lot of them are still good, but I'll probably go ahead and redo all of them just to be sure. Doesn't take very much long. Doesn't take very much longer to do all of them than it does just to do half. You know, sitting there doing it, might as well just do them all. I'm looking at getting me a half dozen of the K9 Extremes and maybe another dozen of the Duke 650s. I think it's what I'm wanting to get before season starts. Possibly some 155s.
It was a long driveway to the south, correct?
A lot of times it's hard to find any used ones. The bench swaging machine is what it's called, the swaging machine. It's hard to find a used one for sale because most people just use them. And if you do find one used one for sale, it's probably very, very, very well used and pretty much wore out. Then again, there's some people that just take the handheld ones and weld it to a table. I've seen a few people do that. Yeah, pretty much. So I think a new one is about 130, 140, somewhere in there. Some places they'll want like 160, but you can get them cheaper than that. I think the one I have is like 135, and it's got the three heads. It's got a cable cutter head, a bolt cutter head, and then the ferrule head, or the crimping head, if you want to call it that. Hydraulic jack press. That would work. I know. So I tell people if you use just a couple dozen anchors a year and stuff like that, I don't know if I would invest in one. But now if you're making a bunch of anchors and a bunch of snares and stuff like that, I would definitely invest in one because you'll definitely get your money back out of it real quick. If you're somebody that's making 20, 30 dozen snares every year, it'll definitely pay itself back. Same thing with anchors. If you're making 20, 30 anchors or 20, 30 dozen anchors every year or whatever, then definitely it'll pay itself back. Just clamp the bottom handle and vise. That's I have a bench wager and I've made. I can tell you how many anchors I've made out of it. Thousands of feet of cable. I can tell you that. Like rebar, you use rebar to stake it. How'd you break your traps trying to get them on the ground? Was you pulling on the trap or something? I don't like using rebar. We've lost a couple traps using rebar here. Cross staking them. Everybody's like, well, you didn't do this right, you didn't do that right, they weren't long enough, they weren't big enough, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I don't feel comfortable using them, so it doesn't matter what you think. If you feel comfortable using them, by all means, use them all day. I myself don't feel too comfortable using them, so I won't use them anymore. I still like using rebar stakes on my dog proofs, and I'll do them on like my 1.5 blind sets, but I'm not going to use them on my coyote sets no more. Goodness. I've gotten emails today from PayPal, Amazon, and somewhere else telling me that my account has been suspended. To please click on this link and verify my information. It's like, oh, I bet. I want 8 cable jammers and want them to hold. Had hammer squash ones fail. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about the hammer squash ones is it just flattens. When you use a crimper, it's pinching in spots. Instead of just flattening the whole thing, it's pinching. The swivel broke and jaw popped. So yeah, I mean they were fixable pretty easy then. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of using rebar anymore. Uh, I've been out of stock of my Deadly Highway 71 bait for a little while, and I finally got it made back up. So I've got it back in stock on the website. I've got my bait and lure kit back in stock on the website. I've got my hot sauces remade. They're back on the website. It's been a busy week. Real careful you use rebar stakes. Yeah. So I like to use them on my dog proof still, but uh, I don't feel comfortable using them on my coyote sets anymore because me and my brother used them 1 year and we lost 2 traps. So and if I ever lose a dog proof or something because of one, I might stop doing that too. I don't know. It's just I like to feel comfortable. It's not so much that it wouldn't hold because I know it'll hold. It's just I've had in the past it's not happened so good with me, so it kind of makes you not feel comfortable with it or trust it as much. Use the supersize or thinkers, trap these felt. With a stick wrapper, okay. Yeah. So I don't have to worry much about trap thieves here. It's just because everything I trap is on private ground. It's owned by somebody else, but it's still private ground. Um, but my biggest problem is we have so much rock and clay here that it's pretty much impossible to pull anchors out of the ground. So if it's a really good spot and I know that I'm going to set that next year, I'll leave the anchor. But if you pull an anchor here, 9 times out of 10 the cable's going to snap and you're not going to get the anchor out anyways. So I'm thinking about switching to mostly drags just so I don't have to deal with it. And it's quicker when I want to pull them and move them or anything like that. But like I've said 100 times, when I trap the drag, I like to take the drag and I'll wrap it around a tree and hook the chain into the drag. So basically, if I catch something, it's on that tree. It's not going to get away. And if it does somehow get the drag off the tree, it's still going to get caught up somewhere else. Because I'm not too worried about somebody seeing my catch or anything. So I'm not worried about trying to catch an animal and wanting him to get off the road or out of the field or something like that. You reap a wolfing or rebar, mud, wound, poop, it's like wet concrete. Hmm. That's crazy. So it's like just mush, pretty much, what you're saying. Yeah. Even the rebar, sometimes I have a hard time getting the rebar back up out of the ground because of the rocks and stuff. Really, it's crazy. See, our creeks and stuff here, we have so much rock that, I mean, it's just like gravel bars, pretty much. Because we just have so much rock here. Like all around, all along our creeks, it's just rock. River rock. Lots of it. So I'm thinking about getting into selling some fishing supplies again. There's a couple of great companies that I used to work with that thinking about working with again and carrying some fishing supplies on my website. I already have some like soft plastics from a company, Motivated Fishing, but I'm thinking about getting a lot more stuff in. Just kidding. That's crazy. Here you put in a wolf fang like 4 inches and you ain't gonna get it back out. As I started using the super stakes because a lot of times the wolf fangs literally were not like strong enough to get through the ground, and I'd have 15-inch cable stakes on my super stakes, and a lot of times I'd only put them maybe 10 inches in the ground, 12, and I mean it'd take me 100 hits to get it that far. Yeah. So I already sell some fishing stuff, but I'm gonna get some more. I just finished doing this. This is I've been working on this for a little while. Fish attractant spray. I've had quite a few people test it for me in different states. Alabama, Idaho, and I don't even know where else. That's awesome. Take my anchors up and reuse the ones I can get dug up. Yeah. That's The last property I was on, I went to pull my traps, and literally I pulled, what was it? I think I stopped trying to pull them on like trap 9, and 7 of those snapped on me. And that's when I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just going to leave these here, and hopefully I'm allowed back on the property this coming year, and I can just trap it again. That's kind of my plans. Because I hate leaving stuff behind on, property that's not mine. But at one point, it's like either I can just leave the whole anchor here and possibly reuse it later on, or I'll just snap off the top, 5 inches of my cable, and the rest will be in the ground forever. So, cross stake 2 30-inch T-bars in soft mud. Awesome. Is that for Beaver? And how you doing? Mike, Flintlock, appreciate you guys coming in. Appreciate everybody coming in. I probably won't be live too much longer. My wife just texted me they're on the way back, and I forgot we have to go somewhere tonight, so I have to go to the fire department. So I probably got another 10 minutes or so, and I'll have to hop off. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Yeah, see that's the problem. We're super rocky. Uh, we've have my mom bought one of those augers, and she was gonna put plants in the ground, and she thought that it would help. And there's just so much rock. I mean, you go this far, and you have to stop to pull out 7 rocks, and then you go about that far again. You got to stop to pull out 7 or 8 rocks. Well, by then, the auger, the end of it that's sharp, that's supposed to have big in the ground, it's rounded off now, and it's just you can't really. There's places that you could do it here, but most of the time it's not going to work because there's just too much rock. Um, that's why I usually just knock my driver in as far as I can, and then I'll just work a hole out. I thought about buying a hole punch, which is basically just I'm sure a lot of people have seen it, but it's a pipe that's 2 inches round, and you just hammer it in the ground, and then it's got little wings that come off of it, so you can hammer it back out of the ground. I'm thinking about using one of those this year, or trying it out anyways. I think I found footage of me searching for missing beaver trap. Scab, yeah. So here, I mean, we have a ton of rock here. Ton of rock. Can't wait to get the new radio.
You're pretty broken. Did you advise you guys are clear? Yeah. Copy. Did Sullivan to make it on scene? Yes. Take transport. Copy. 1746.
We got another dozen Duke 1.5, so tuned up. That's awesome, Flintlock. It's always good to be ahead. I am not. I've been trying to catch up on my bait and lure making. That's crazy, truth and dare. See, but that's the thing. Like right now, I mean, we've literally had 1 inch where we might have had 3/4 of an inch of rain in the last. It's been probably close to 2 months. So it's just crazy. Hey, trappers, trails, and tails. Appreciate you coming in. How is Canada right now? Is your guys' weather better than us down south? Luckily, our banks aren't usually that bad. You say our creek banks is literally nothing but rock. Like, literally. Uh, I bet most creek banks here, you gotta go 8 inches before you could even see any dirt. Warm, yeah. That's one of my friends up in northern Montana made a video today and said that it was, I said 91. I said, goodness. I said, if it's 91 up there, that really makes me feel bad. It's the last probably 6 to 8 weeks here. Almost every day has been right at 100 or over. And we ain't had any rain, so it's been crazy. See, even in the middle of the creek here, it's nothing but rock. That's why I always tell people when they're trying to tell other people how to trap, and I'm like, you gotta take in fact of, what their ground is like. Because that's like, I watch videos of a lot of people, they're putting out dog-proof traps and they're putting in, you know, 14-inch pogos or 12-inch wolf fangs, and they're just putting it on the ground, taking their hand and pushing the anchor in the ground, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I couldn't get an anchor an inch in the ground here by just pushing it. Looks solid till you punch through. Yeah. And for anybody that doesn't know yet, when I reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'm giving a dozen traps away, Duke 550 or Duke 650, whatever the winner chooses. So, whenever we reach 1,000 subscribers, we'll be doing that. Imagine it will probably be during trapping season when I reach that, if we get over it. So, getting more traps started here. That's awesome. Trappers and Trails, that's awesome. What time does, or when does your trapping season start there? Styrofoam boogie board. Starts October 15th and ends April. Awesome. So you guys got a decent trapping season. It's longer than most of the ones here. Most of the ones here go from November to February. Yeah, I haven't got my tan fur back yet either. I only got these 2 fox and 1 or 2 coyotes tan. But I haven't got them back yet. Yeah. I was gonna get my bobcat done, but it didn't happen. All the fur fell out of it, all the hair. November 1st to March 15th. Yeah. Yeah, Scab, I know. I was watching a video. It was Alan Probst and who was it? Oh, it was Coon Creek. I think it was Coon Creek. That's who he was with. And they were in a trail, and he put his dog proof down, put his anchor on the bottom of his driver, stuck it in the ground, and just pushed down, and then went all the way, and he pulled his driver out of the ground. And I was like, really? I was like, that would have been at least a 5-minute ordeal, me hammering that into the ground. Around November, oh, that sucks. I got a small tanning place doing mine. I asked him about a month ago how they're going. He said it wouldn't be long, so we'll see. Yeah, this year we have an early raccoon, skunk, and possum season in September. It goes September and October, and then the rest of it opens November 15th, and then goes to the end of February now. But then we can trap coyotes on private ground until April 15th. Yeah. Oh, I know. That's the problem here. A lot of times it takes, 100 whacks and 5 minutes to get an anchor in the ground. It's like, that's not coming back out of the ground. Hey, Dark 30, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Hope you're having a good day. Beaver and muskrat, lots of close, yeah. See, a lot of the states here have coyote year-round. Some have beaver year-round, too. I'm gonna have to head off here soon, guys. I hate to, because I'm enjoying the live, but got things to do. So, if you guys got any questions for me, feel free to ask real quick. I'll try to answer them before I have to hop off. Coyotes and wolves are protected there. I know there's some states here that wolves are protected, but coyotes are not. They try to come up with new names like brush wolves and red wolves and just garbage like that, so they can say, oh, the brush wolf is now protected, and now we're going to call all these brush wolves or red wolves or whatever. That's awesome. But anyway, I'm gonna have to head off here, guys. I appreciate you coming in. Hope you guys have a great day. I don't know when I'll be live again because we got things to do tonight, things to do tomorrow night. So I appreciate it. November 1st, 420, everything will be November 1st. Yeah. Awesome. But anyway, hope you all have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you guys coming on here. Appreciate the support on the channel. Again, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're doing a giveaway for a dozen Duke 550 or 650 winner's choice. So feel free to invite your friends, share my videos, whatever. I'd appreciate it. Again, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening. I know some of y'all are about 7 o'clock now, so. Anyway, I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.